What's up guys? So today we're going to be making cinnamon French toast sticks. First up, you need to chop up all your fruit so it's ready for the topping. Then we're going to slice the bread so it's about an inch thick. Cut off all the crust, then slice it into 3 equal battens. Grab a bowl, then pour in milk, eggs and a pinch of salt. Whisk these all together. Now we're going to make our cinnamon sugar. Mix the cinnamon and sugar together, then pour it onto a plate and spread out. Melt some butter onto a pan, then you're going to cover your battens in the mix. You don't need to soak them. You need to cook them at a medium to high heat. Turn them over in the pan until each side is golden, then dip them into the cinnamon sugar, coating them on each side. Top it off with your fruit and we're done. Now we're ready to add the syrup.
So we're going to try to make this crazy breakfast sandwich we saw on TikTok the other day. Scramble 3 eggs. Dump the eggs into the pan, dip it, and then flip it to the side. Do the same for the second one. Cook it on medium heat until the top hardens up. And then you flip it over. Hey! Then you add cheese, add some bacon on there, load it up. Flip the sides over, just like that, and then make it into a sandwich. Success. Ta-da!
Yo, I'm about to make some tactoritan. Always add cuts to the chicken. Add the chicken once the water starts bubbling. Add the sugar. Cause I feel like it, I'm gonna add some Jack Daniels. Let it cook for like 10 minutes. Take out the indecencies. Add the root vegetables now. Time to add the onions. Add the garlic. Yo, in fact, add mad garlic. That's the minced garlic right there. Of course, the chopped jalapenos as well. Yo, let all the ingredients bathe together harmoniously. Add 2 shots of soy sauce. And 2 shots. 2 shots of pepper powder. 2 shots. Taste it for the culture. Yo, it's wild spicy. I'm gonna add some more honey in this. Add this instant ramen, just the noodles. Let the noodles submerge and cook. I'm gonna add the starch noodles in there too. We add the scallions. Yo, look at this gorgeous sight right here. Add some sesame seeds, sesame oil. Yo, it's ready now. Peep the details.
Righteous.
You're a bad thing. I know I fucked up. I'm just a loser. Shouldn't be with ya. Guess I'm a quitter. Well, you're out the dream.
Hi, my name's Priya and this is my attempt at making a mango whiz bar. I start off by coating my little bowls with coconut oil so that everything slips out easily, and then I grab my favorite yogurt and put about half a tablespoon in my little bowl. Then I get a handful of mangoes and add some sugar to them and a dash of milk, but then the milk froze. So then I had to sit around and wait for it to kind of defrost a little bit, and then when it was a little bit softer I added it to my little bowls. Is it just me or does the white and yellow just look so good together? Then I put them in the freezer overnight. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle to get them out of the bowl, but it was totally worth it, and this is now going to be my new dessert. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Okay, so for this you need ground beef. Obviously I started browning it. I got some water starting to boil in the back. You'll see why in a second. You just need a can of tomato paste, some Parmesan cheese, thick and creamy mac and cheese, heavy whip, pepper, garlic powder, lemon pepper. Then you're gonna cook the macaroni noodles. Add in heavy whip. I used that whole little container there. And then about a cup of water, just so it doesn't get too thick. Dump in about half a can of this tomato paste, or it might be a little too much. Everything's gonna start simmering. That's good. Noodles are boiling, almost done. Now we're gonna add in those seasonings I showed you earlier. Sometimes I add in a little bit of like Chipotle seasoning or a ranch packet. It just depends on your preference. Dump in the mac, the cheese, top this with Parmesan, and it's good to go.
First things first, we're gonna get ourselves some chicken thighs and pound them very thin. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Moving on, we're gonna set up a 3-bowl breading station, okay? The first bowl being flour, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, a little of salt. Bowl number 2 will have 1 singular egg and a hot sauce of your choice. It can be tapatio. Is that a helicopter? Anyways, the last bowl is just gonna be some panko breadcrumbs. And really, the only thing that's left to do is to bread our chicken. And make sure you do a good job, okay? The last thing you want is a chicken katsu with the bald spot. Let the chicken vibe on the side while we heat up some oil in a pan. And just fry the chicken for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Or until the internal temperature of the chicken reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Toast up a couple buttered brioche breads. And you're supposed to spread some mayo on it, but I did not have any, so I'm just using fry sauce instead. Assemble your sandwich. And just cut out the crust so that the sandwich can look nice and pretty. Ooh, add some parsley. Okay, now you guys might call this sandwich ugly, but she is very beautiful to me. On another note, can somebody tell me how to stop allergies? Because this shit is whooping my ass.
Picky with my women, I'm deciding. Call me to your crib and I'm sliding. I'm picky with my women, I'm deciding. Call me to your crib and I'm sliding. First things first, let me get that in.
Tell me why you gotta look at me that way. You know what it does to me. So baby, what you tryna say? Lately all I want is you on top of me. You know where your hands should be. So baby, won't you come show me? I got you dreaming. You close your eyes, I am screaming. Play with your mind for no reason. I know you love how I tease it. You know what I'm playing.
How to make a Cubano bread. Slice in half. Pan on. Add some ham. Pan's hot. Butter's boobling. Flip, flip, flip. Once they're brown on both sides, transfer to a plate. Butter your bread. Bread in the pan. Pan on. Medium heat until lightly toasted. Toasted bread. Yellow mustard. Both sides. A little bit of mayo on the bottom. Pickles. Your seared ham. Mojo pork. I like that sound. Swiss cheese. I like to pre-melt it a little bit. Crown your king. Butter to the top and the bottom. Into your pan. Pan on. Medium heat. And press. Let that toast. Sometimes you need extra weight. Flip. Press again. About right. And that's looking about right. Now that. Hey, Daddy. That's how you make a Cubano.
Hey TikTok, here is a video on how I make my own acai bowls at home to save myself so much money because they're so expensive. I use frozen mango, frozen mixed berries, frozen banana, and this acai puree stuff, which you can literally get from any supermarket, and it's so cheap. I don't use a whole packet, I just use like half a packet. And then I add some oat milk, and then I blend it up in the NutriBullet until it's nice and creamy. You want to keep adding milk or like coconut water or whatever until it's the consistency you want. And then I use these really cool coconut balls that I just bought online. And I put it in the bowl, and I like to just top mine with a little bit of coconut and a heap of granola. Sometimes I add fruit, sometimes I don't, but basically that's literally it. It's like the easiest thing to make, and you do not need to be paying $16.
Good morning! Recipes I used to lose weight part 3. Now, if you're an oatmeal fan, you're gonna love this one. Get you a cup of oatmeal, 2 cups of milk. You can use almond milk as well. Mash you up a banana, mine is frozen. Put that into the same pan. I know it looks disgusting. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Pinch of salt that I do not have. Whisk her up a bit. Medium-high heat. Once she starts boiling, turn it down to medium-low. And keep on whisking until she gets thick. Toopsies. Alrighty, I think mine is thick enough. Once it's in a bowl, I like to add some blueberries. So pretty, yeah. And a drizzle of honey. Now we just eat like very good.
I got cream cheese to make strawberry cheesecake. I got shredded cheese, make spaghetti taste great. I got cheese on my pizza, I got cheese on the stick. I got melted nacho cheese, don't let it drip. Stacking my cheddar, stacking my cheddar. I got cheese, stacking my cheddar. Stacking my cheddar, I got cheese, stacking my cheddar. Stacking my cheddar, I got cheese, I got cheese, I got cheese, I got cheese. Uno, dos, tres, so I got all types of queso. All my cheddars, mascarpone, different cheeses if you say so. Got Havarti and Manchego, mozzarella with tomato, and Oaxaca with some mango, pecorino and romano. I got cheese, stack up my cheddar, stack up my cheddar, stack.
Sugar
here buying mac and cheese? Nah, we're not about that life. We make homemade mac and cheese. Into boiling water, add 1 pound of elbow macaroni, 4 tablespoons butter, 1/4 cup flour to make a roux. Cook until it starts getting nice and browned. Add in 3 cups of milk and stir to combine. Drain the pasta once it's al dente. Take about 1/2 cup, add it to 1 egg and stir quickly. And add it back in. Add in about 3 cups of cheddar cheese. I also added about 1 cup of mozzarella for extra cheesiness. A little bit of salt bay action. Freshly cracked pepper. For extra flavor, add in some chipotle and adobo. And mix until all the cheese is melted. Look at that, super cheesy. Add in your cooked pasta. Pour it into a 9x13. Add 1 cup grated Parmesan into some breadcrumbs and mix together. And sprinkle over the mac and cheese. Bake it at 375 for 25 minutes. Look at how insanely delicious that looks. All right, let's give it a try. Super cheesy, super delicious, the best mac and cheese ever. Click that plus button for more recipes.
Okay, everyone keeps asking, you want cinnamon rolls? I'll give you the best you've ever had.
1/2 cup of milk, about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. Give that a little mix. Let that sit 10 minutes.
3 cups of all-purpose flour.
3 tablespoons of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Add your milk and yeast mixture. 2 room temperature eggs. 2.5 tablespoons of water. Mix for 5 minutes. 3.5 tablespoons unsalted butter. 5 more minutes.
Shape that into a ball. Grease bowl in wet towel.
1.5 hours. Or until doubled, mad thick.
Okay, punch it down. Flour work surface. Your dough out.
1/2 cup dark brown sugar. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Mix that up. Flour the top. Roll your dough into an 18-inch rectangle. Melted butter. Flour your sugar mixture. Rolling it up. Your dough into 9 equal pieces.
Evenly spaced apart.
Wet towel 30 minutes.
In the oven. Make it 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
20 to 25 minutes.
Let them cool to room temp. Just glaze those buns. Yes. Glazed top, caramelized bottom. This
is how you make the greatest
mozzarella like super stringy. Cut this mozzarella cube into 1/2-inch sticks. Now I'm gonna bread the mozzarella sticks. Start with some flour, then egg, then flour again, then egg again, and then breadcrumbs. Now just repeat with all the sticks and fry. And take it out. Now repeat with the rest and pull.
Oh, I can't even capture all. It's so much.
Look how amazing and good it looks. Let's try it with a tomato sauce. Click the plus button for more recipes.
First things first, get yourself 3 eggs and we're gonna separate the egg yolk from the egg white. We only need 2 yolks though. Hey yo, yolk check. Let the egg whites vibe out on the side. And for the yolk, it needs some milk, vegetable oil, and vanilla extract. Give it a good mix and we're gonna get some flour and sift it into our bowl. What this does is basically ensure that there's no clumps. We want our batter as smooth as possible, alright? Once it looks something like this, bam, bada boom. We're gonna go back to our egg whites, alright? A little bit of vinegar, boom, in there. And using a hand mixer, we're gonna mix it until it's boobly like this. Add sugar and continue mixing until they look like clouds. Oh shit. Now all we gotta do is combine the 2 bowls that we worked on and we're pretty much done. Yeah. Transfer the batter into a piping or Ziploc bag. Cut the tip off, butter up a pan, and you wanna pipe the mixture into the pan in the shape of a circle. Now cover it, cook for 3 minutes, flip it over. Huh? My pancake broke, bro. Are you kidding me? After another 3 minutes, we're gonna take it out, add some powdered sugar, some fruits, butter, mint, some syrup, and we're done, baby. Let's go. Ignore the burnt one in the back. Swear to God, these pancakes had me in love.
Today I made the easiest recipe I've ever done. It's just making some cookies out of cake mix. You just need your cake mix, a 1/3 cup of oil, and 2 eggs. You can use any type of cake mix. You can use vanilla, funfetti, red velvet. You can even add like white chocolate chips or sprinkles. And then, so you saw that I scooped a piece of dough out and then dropped it in some powdered sugar, rolled it into a ball with my spoons, and put it on the baking sheet. Did this for the rest of the dough. I put these babies in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes. They came out looking kind of ugly, so I poured some more powdered sugar on it and they turned out looking beautiful, scrumptious, and I would recommend this to anyone who just has some cake mix laying around.
Somebody's making a video on this? We need to fix how y'all are making this.
Prepare your ramen of choice. Water. Bring to a simmer.
Drop in your noodles.
Simmer until soft. Empty flavor packet.
Green onion. So like current Nori into strips. Leftover meat. Soft-boiled egg. A small pot with water. Bring to a boil. Drop in your eggs. 7 minutes. Let these brothers cool. Peel your eggs. Whew. Hot oil. Meat. Make it crispy. 1 tablespoon of mirin. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Splash of Shaoxing wine. And reduce. And glazed. That bitch. Do that bitch. Do that bitch. Mix it noodle. Some corn. Green onion. Some of that meat. Soft boy 1 and soft boy 2. This is the finishing touch. Now this right here. Oh yeah. That's how you do instant ramen.
On today's menu, we're making snickerdoodle cookies. My favorite. Mix together some flour, baking soda, and salt, as well as some cream of tartare, which I've never used before. Isn't tartare the sauce that you eat with calamari, right? Anyways, in another bowl, we're gonna work on our wet ingredients. Okay, some melted butter and sugar that we're gonna mix. Honestly, you can just stop right here and eat this with some bread. But no, add 1 egg and some vanilla extract. Give that a good mix, and now we're just gonna combine the 2 bowls together. And do it very slowly until you get a nice dough like this one. Alright, very nice. Very buoyant. And before baking, we're gonna let this vibe in the fridge for 30 minutes minimum. Alright, once you're ready though, come back and roll your dough into the size of a golf ball and dunk them into a cinnamon sugar mix. No chocolate, nothing extra, alright? This is very basic. Bake in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. And there you go. You know, that's pretty much it. Finish off with some parsley. JK. I saw a girl tweet out that she can't date guys that eat dessert because that's a female thing to do. You're telling me as a man, I'm not even allowed to eat 1 cookie? Come on.
Funnel cakes is one of my favorite desserts in Disneyland. First, you'll need a funnel. Crack 1 egg in a bowl, add some milk and sugar, some vanilla extract, mix them well, sieve some flour and baking powder. The consistency should look like this. Add some oil in a pan. Use your fingertip to cover the bottom of the funnel. Pour half of the batter in. Once the oil is hot enough, you can then add the batter in. Create a pattern by swirling the batter around. Flip it around when it's golden brown. Cook it for another minute. Remove it when it's done and remember to drain it. Add some powdered sugar, cookie crumbs, whipped cream, and chocolate sauce. And there you have it. Enjoy!
Okay, look, I got Pizza the Hut before. I'll do it again. 1 cup of water. 1.5 teaspoons of NC East. A little mixy. Sit for 5 minutes. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. 2 teaspoons of sugar. 1.25 teaspoon of fine sea salt. Whiskey business. Add your yeasty water and mix. Take it a rough dough. Put to a work surface. Keep kneading until nice and smooth. Medium bowl. A little drizzle of olive oil. Shape your dough into a ball. Into your bowl. Plastic wrap lightly oiled. Cover. Rise at room temperature 1 to 2 hours. Italian tomatoes. Tomato. 2 cloves of garlic. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Salt to taste. Pinch of sugar. Blend until nice and smooth. Pizza stone. Into the oven. 500 Fahrenheit. 45 minutes. Baking sheet. Dust generously with flour. Flour. Dump out your dough. Divide. 2 even pieces. And shape into a ball. Onto your sheet. Cover and rest. 30 minutes. Pizza peel with flour. Piece of dough. Flour on the top. Punch around the perimeter. Over the knuckles. Turn, stretch. Little pizza sauce. Spread it out. Cheese. Pepperoni. Into the oven on the 5 minutes. Broil 2 minutes. Garlic oil on the crusty. Ooh-wee.
So today we're going to be making a mini egg cheesecake. First off, you need chocolate biscuits and you need to crumble them up. Then you're going to add melted butter and mix it together. This is going to form your base. Add it to a baking tin and spread evenly. You're going to bake this in the oven for 10 minutes. Now you need double cream and you're going to whisk it until it forms soft peaks. Set some of this aside for your topping. Now you're going to add icing sugar and mini eggs and fold this into the mix. Take your tin out of the oven. Now you're going to add the cheesecake mix to the top and spread it evenly. Put this in the fridge for a minimum of 1.5 hours to chill. Take out your cheesecake. You're going to add the rest of your whipped cream and your mini eggs for decoration. And voila, we have a mini egg cheese.
I've noticed a lot of people on social media talking about having like 9 meals a day because that's just how quarantine goes. And this is a tip that will stop you from gaining the quarantine 15. If you have oats every day for breakfast, and I'm not talking about the Quaker packets or anything like that or anything with sugar in it, just add some cinnamon, add some fruit, do your thing. If you have oats every single day for breakfast, it will suppress your appetite, you will lose weight, your skin will clear up. Try it, thank me later.
The best sugar-free brownies. 1/2 cup of oats, blended, 3/4 cup of yogurt, half a cup of cocoa powder, a fourth a cup of almond milk, a half a cup of monk fruit, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon baking powder, pinch of salt, and blend again. Pour in a cast iron pan about 20 sugar-free chocolate chips. Bake at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Then enjoy!
Yoo-hoo! Today I made some banana Nutella wontons. They're really good and super easy to make. Just grab a small pot, put some oil, and put that on medium heat. Then I'm gonna make a little egg wash with 1 egg, a little bit of water, and whisk that together. Chop up your banana into small pieces like so. Grab your wonton wrappers, I got these from Walmart, and then grab some Nutella, put that in the middle like this. Next, you're gonna put a little banana in the middle, and then we're gonna dip our finger into a little bit of the egg wash, put that around the edges like so, and put another wonton wrapper on top, and that's it. You're gonna put that in the oil, make sure it's not too hot, doesn't really have to cook anything because it's just banana Nutella. Just take it out when it's a golden brown color. I also made this little shape, which was actually a little bit easier to fry since they fit in the pan better, but either way, both were really good, and here is where I got my inspo for the recipe.
How to make fried rice.
I made a bigger mess than I thought I would.
3 eggs. Non-stick pan, half a tablespoon of oil, medium heat, a little bit of salt, beat together. Add in your eggs. Bring in the sides. Until scrambled. Place to the side. Small bowl. 4 cloves of garlic grated. 1 tablespoon of ginger grated. 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. 1.5 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Good little mix. Oof. A bunch of green onions. Cut into 1-inch pieces. Large pan. 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Medium-high heat. Once your pan's hot, add your green onions. Let that sear. Once you get some nice browning, transfer to a bowl. 1 diced carrot. Cook that until softened. 4 cups of leftover rice, your charred green onion, and your special sauce. Stir together. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Here's your scrambled egg. Stir one more time. A little bit of green onion. Yes, sir. It's the type of stuff that'll make you risk it all.
Take 100 grams of chocolate and 90 grams of butter. Put them in a bowl, get them over the heat and mix them together. Take 1 egg and mix with 100 grams of golden caster sugar. Add the chocolate and the melted butter. Gently mix to combine. Add 50 grams of plain flour and a little sprinkle of salt. Gently fold in until you get your brownie mix. Line a tray with greaseproof paper and add the mixture to it. In the oven on 180 degrees for 20 minutes. Heat 50 grams of caster sugar and 2 tablespoons of honey. Add 1 teaspoon of bicarb of soda. Mix well and then tip it onto some tin foil. Take the brownie out of the oven and then cut it to a shape. Blitz some frozen berries, smash the honeycomb and then plate it up. Add some ice cream, bit of honeycomb, sprinkle a bit more on top, and there you have it.
Heute zeige ich euch Kimchi Fried Rice. Es ist super einfach und ihr könnt es auch in einer Pfanne machen. Zuerst frittieren wir das Ei auf einer sehr hohen Hitze. Das dauert nur ein paar Sekunden, also schaut, dass es nicht anbrennt. Dann geben wir es hinaus und geben ganz wenig Öl in die Pfanne wieder hinein oder Wok. Und dann braten wir klein geschnittenes Schweinebauchfleisch an. Diesen Schritt kann man natürlich auslassen, wenn man kein Fleisch isst. Dann geben wir unser Kimchi dazu, was wir selbst gemacht haben. Ihr könnt natürlich auch gekauften Kimchi nehmen, aber der selbstgemachte schmeckt besser. Dann brauchen wir Leftover Rice und dann geben wir auch das Ei wieder dazu. Mein Reis war noch von heute und nicht von gestern, deswegen ist der Reis noch ein bisschen klebrig und deswegen ist die Pfanne auch ein bisschen klebrig. Dazu geben wir helle Sojasauce oder einfach nur Salz. Das Ganze gut vermengen, damit es nicht anbrennt. Jungzwiebeln noch drauf und dann sind wir auch schon fertig.
First things first, get yourself a little bit of garlic and you want to mince that up. And do the same thing with some parsley. Okay, cool. Next up, I stole 1 lemon from my neighbor's tree. I zested it the outside because we're going to use that later. And for the actual lemon, we are going to squeeze the juices into the bowl because, bitch, we are going to be in hard times. We cannot let anything go to waste, okay? Get yourself some pasta and cook it accordingly to the package instructions. Once the noodles are finished, we're going to take it out and now it's time to get to work. Big ass pan, medium heat, boom, multiple cubes of butter. Throw in your garlic and saute it until it smells good. good. And then we're gonna add some peeled and deveined shrimp, alright? I left the tail on because it looks cool like that. Anywho, we're gonna season with some pepper, lemon zest, always parsley, lemon juice, and some crushed red peppers. Let's go, baby! Give it a good mix, toss in your pasta, mix it one more time, and we are gonna taste it, alright? This is where you wanna adjust for salt. And that's pretty much it. This cooking shit is easy. Plate it and top it off with some parsley. Day 5 of quarantine. I know you miss Olive Garden. Me too. But guess what? This is pretty close.
L'espoir était pionnier, les vitons j'étais, et les jontons les opas, les gisons l'été, on pourra jouer les temps, les teaspoons
Instead of buying caramel, nah, we make homemade soft caramels. 1 cup brown sugar, half a cup white sugar, half a cup light corn syrup. Bring it to a boil. 1 cup of heavy cream and 1 stick of butter. Mix until fully combined. 1/4 teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon vanilla extract. Cook until the candy thermometer reaches 240 degrees or the softball stage. To double check if it's ready, take a spoonful of the caramel and place it into a bowl of ice water. Once it's cool, take it out of the water and play with it with your fingers. If it holds its shape and is not too runny, that means you've cooked it correctly and it's time to pour it in the pan. Right, we have a 9x9 baking pan that is lined with parchment paper and grease. Let's pour in the caramel. Get it all in there. Top with some flaky salt action. After about an hour in the fridge, pop it out. Cut it into 1/2 inch long strip. Cut it into 1.5 inch long pieces. Look at how many beautiful caramels it makes. Roll it up and twist the ends to make a little package. Look at that. All right, let's give it a try. Oh my god. It is so chewy, so sweet, so flavorful. You guys got to make this recipe. Click that plus button for more recipes.
Sometimes I feel kind of bad for forcing my family to eat all the stuff I make, so today I made a personal bazooki. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, a tablespoon of light brown sugar, a tablespoon of granulated sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 cup of flour, 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda, pinch of salt. Mix everything together, add some chocolate chips, put it in your ramekin. Then you're going to preheat the oven to 375 and bake that for about 15 to 18 minutes. I added some ice cream and it was so good.
Somewhere to be found. He's the most annoying brother I have seen. He's wrong, I'm right. We love to fight, but we are siblings in the end. We hold on tight. He's wrong, I'm right. We love to fight, but we are siblings in the end. We hold on tight.
I'm going to show you guys how to make churros from home so that you can see that the señora life is sweet. 1 cup of water, 8 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, vanilla extract, boil. Turn it off, add 1 cup of flour. Mix it in completely. You guys, this recipe is going to impress even your suegras. Mix it all together well and make sure you break down any flour pockets. Once you're done with that, you guys are going to set this to a side and let it cool completely before you add the eggs. You don't want to scramble your eggs. Add 1, fold it in before you add the second one and fold it in. Repeat for a 3rd egg. Fill up your piping bag. Make sure your oil is ready. Add it to your oil. Cut it off with scissors. It's going to look ugly while it's frying, but guys, it's bomb. Mix your cinnamon and your sugar. Roll in your dessert. And impress.
2 ingredients, 2 minutes, the best chocolate mousse ever. Get some chocolate and put it in a bowl. Add some boiling water and stir. After about 30 seconds, the chocolate will melt and it will look like this. So take some ice, add some water, then place the chocolate on top and start to stir again. Really quickly, you'll see the chocolate cool and it will start to thicken. This will probably take about 1 minute, and when it starts to look like this, that's when it's time to stop. Plate up and enjoy the perfect chocolate mousse.
Are you still buying cookies? Oh, no. We make them from scratch. Mint chocolate chip cookies for St. Patrick's Day. They're green. 3/4 cup unsalted butter, room temperature. 1 1/4 cup sugar. Medium speed, 2 minutes. 2 eggs. 1 teaspoon peppermint extract. Use this. Don't use mint. It tastes like toothpaste. Mix. This is how you measure. Makes a huge difference. 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. Whisk. Chefy tip, wax paper or parchment paper. Add the flour. You won't have flour all over your kitchen. Funnel it in on low speed. 20 drops green food coloring. 1 cup chopped Andes candy, or you can use that. Plus 1 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips. Fold. Silpat or parchment paper. 350-degree oven, 10 to 12 minutes.
This is how you make a baked potato in 5 minutes. Wash the potato, making sure no hidden dirt is laying around. Using a fork, poke holes into the potato 5 times. Turn the potato over, poke 5 more holes. Microwave the potato for 5 minutes. Turn it over, microwave it for another 5 minutes. When you take it out, slice the top off the potato. Make diagonal cuts into the potato, making sure not to cut it all the way through. Turn the potato sideways and make more diagonal cuts going the opposite way. You end up getting this diagonal cut pattern. That's how you make a baked potato in 10 minutes with even butter distribution. Check out that butter.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making an Oreo milkshake. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using, and let's go. So I'm going to start off by pouring 350 ml of oat milk into this jar. I'm going to add 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream into the mix. I'm going to add a big Oreo ice cream into the mix. And then going to add 2 double crusted Oreos and then 1 Oreo original. And 1 extra Oreo just for luck. Now we're gonna need to blend everything together. Let's go. Pick a glass, any glass. I've chosen a wine glass, and decorate it. And just pour all the mix in. Add marshmallows and whipped cream. And it's finished.
Ham and cheese sandwich. You need bread. 2 slices. Fancy mustard. Mustard on both sides. Monterey Jack cheese. Cheddar. A piece of Moonster. Pickles. Ham on top. Softened butter. Both sides. Into a pan. On the stove. Medium heat. Flip. The crispy. Toast the other side. Brother. Oh yeah. Ham and cheese, baby. Whoo, shit. That right there. At me with your ham and cheese.
That's the sound of the best roast potatoes you've ever had. Put 1 teaspoon of baking soda and salt into boiling water and cook your potatoes until fork tender but not falling apart. Drain them off and fluff them up until they look like this. Next, finely chop rosemary and garlic and add it into a pan with lots of olive oil. Toast these until lightly golden brown, then drain the oil off all over the potatoes. You'll be left with these, do not throw it away, we're using it later. Make sure you spread that oil all over the potatoes, add salt and pepper and then bake them at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. Turn them over and bake them for another 20 to 30 minutes or until super crispy. Put them into a bowl and add that toasted garlic and rosemary and a little bit of salt. Mix it all together and then just listen to this.
When I made this pasta for my family, they actually loved me. And they didn't even know how easy it was. Just start by blending the spinach, adding the flour and an egg and blending it a bit more. This is all you have to do to make the dough. Turn it out, wrap it with plastic wrap, and chill it in the fridge for at least 15 minutes. I'm having garlic and chili in mine. If you're my ethnicity, I'd remove the seeds. I'm also going to be using some mushrooms and onions. Basically, you just want to fry that until it's delicious. Make a gap, add some butter and fry the chili and garlic in it. Give it a good old toss in and roll out your pasta, remembering that it's going to contract when you boil it. Toss it in loads of flour because it will stick easily. Boil it for about 5 minutes in heavily seasoned water. Make sure you keep it at a rolling boil. Also stir it because it sticks easily. Don't be an idiot like me, use the biggest pan you bloody got. Comment what you think this looks like, wrong answers only. Save some of the pasta water, you know this stuff's liquid gold. Add the pasta to the veg, add the parmesan, pasta water to loosen it up. Add some more butter, black pepper, lemon juice. Taste it before you serve it, and drop a like and a follow.
Today, I'm making the best Oreo fudge. No cap! So we need 1 can of condensed milk, white chocolate, mix it till the chocolate melts. Then add a whole pack of Oreos. Look at the textures, Grab a fat scoop of it and spread it all nice on the tray. If you ain't eat the rest, grab some crushed Oreos and place them on top of the fudge. This needs to go in the fridge, so you gotta be patient. No joke, I literally only have 1 piece left. This is a banger.
Don't you dare throw those away. We're making the best banana bread. I can't stress it enough. Measure like this. Sweet. Best way to measure. 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. 3/4 cup unsalted butter. Make sure the butter's softened, not melted. 1 cup packed light brown sugar. Cream, medium speed, 2 minutes. 2 eggs. 1 teaspoon vanilla. Ripe bananas. The batter's gonna curdle. Don't you worry. Funnel in the flour, low speed until combined. That way you don't make a mess. Spray 9x5 loaf pan. 45 minutes to 1 hour. Oh yeah.